A very warm welcome to Smell the Coffee on this beautiful chilly Tuesday morning. My name is Aina Raiza Koyo, and today I am with my girl Glenora Shipura, and we will be keeping you company from now until that is 8:30. We are so excited because we have a jam-packed show for you. We have interviews, we have exciting news, and so forth and so on. Hey girl, what's up?
Oh, it's all good as long as I'm on Smell the Coffee.
As long as you are on Smell the Coffee.
Yes, and I'm smelling the coffee with you. We're going to get into a lot of interesting stuff as always, and just spending time with my girl, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the weather has been changing drastically. I don't understand what's going on.
Oof.
We're supposed to be like in some approaching spring energy.
Yes, exactly.
But now it's like cold. I don't know if we are still in winter. Are we in spring? What's going on? There's a lot going on, and it's raining.
Yes.
There are some parts of the north that are raining currently. Like yesterday, I got a phone call from the north, and the villagers were saying, no, we received a tremendous amount of rain. It was pouring, and I'm like, what's going on?
I mean, it's at that point where we just don't know what to take when you leave the house. Do I take an umbrella? Do I take
a jersey? Do I wear a crop top?
Yes.
Because in the morning it could be giving winter. By around 11 it's summer-ish. By 4 p.m. it's spring-ish. And then it's winter again in the evening.
Yes.
So there's a lot going on with the weather. But it's good. Get the weather app on your phone. Keep yourself updated with the weather, know what's happening, how it's happening, so that you also just are prepared for whatever comes your way.
Yeah, one of my tricks is to carry a big handbag. So I have my jersey in there, and then when it gets hot, I remove it, and I have like a loose blouse on.
And then you put okay.
Yeah, so that we don't suffer. But also, it's also a good thing that you mentioned that because the weather is changing so rapidly, a lot of people are getting sick. So last week I was booked off. I think another week, another presenter was also booked off because we were sick.
Yes.
And when I went to the doctor, he was like saying there's a flu going around, and it's because of this seasonal changes in a day happening,
And even at home, my sister is sick right now. She went to the north. She's a makeup artist. So she went to go do someone's makeup in the north, right? Over the 26th of August weekend, right? And then when she came back, she was just like complaining, oh, it's so cold, it's so cold, it's so cold, it's so cold. And yesterday she didn't even get out of bed. She's just saying it's cold.
Exactly. I think it's that because there's that imbalance where we are not in one.
And I think the bodies are struggling also to adjust. They don't know how to react because, okay, now they are accustoming themselves to this summer, and all of a sudden it's
hot,
winter.
it's cold, yes.
It's like, yeah, it's so rapid.
So take your vitamins is one of the things that I was told to do. Take your vitamin C's. Start treating, just drink your vitamins, whether it's not only vitamin C's, but everything that you need, so that your body has all the nutrients it needs.
Yeah, and always have a flu mix.
Yes.
Always have a flu mix. Always have Panadol. I don't know, I love medication. So I always have something, that can help me in that moment.
Have a pharmacy in stock. Yeah, same here.
And on that note, we will be right back with more stories. We take a look at the Steve Harvey tension or debacle or whatever you want to call it that was trending on X over the weekend.
In the heart of Africa lies a land of timeless beauty. Welcome to Namibia, where nature's wonders unfold. A land of breathtaking deserts, untamed wilderness, and ancient traditions. Beneath its surface, Namibian diamonds, crafted by nature, coveted by the world. A testament of time. An extraordinary giveaway. Namibia Diamond Trading Company is giving you the chance to win a polished diamond valued at 100,000 Namibian dollars. To enter, simply scan the QR code, send a WhatsApp to 085-785-6231 with #diamond and follow the on-screen instructions. Discover the magic of these unique diamonds. From the heart of Namibia to yours.
Now Now let's get right into your juicy gossip, bizarre, sometimes bizarre news stories. Now starting out with lawyers for Eminem have sent a letter to aspiring Republican presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy asking that he stop rapping to his songs. The letter comes more than a week after the biotech entrepreneur delivered an impromptu performance of Lose Yourself at the Iowa State Fair. The letter dated the 23rd of August was sent by Eminem's record company BMI. Mr. Ramaswamy is vying to unseat Donald Trump as the presumed 2024 Republican nominee. A spokeswoman for Mr. Ramaswamy said he will comply with the request by Eminem. Now, the letter says the company received a communication from Eminem objecting the Republicans' use of his musical compositions. BMI will consider any performance of the Eminem works by the Vivek 2024 campaign from this date forward to be a material breach if its license, it adds. Now, referring to an Eminem lyric campaign, spokeswoman Trisha McLachlan said in a statement to U.S. media, Vivek just got on the stage and cut loose. To the American people, children will have to leave the rapping to the real Slim Shady. Now, he also posted on X, Mr. Ramaswamy, formerly known as Twitter, to make light of the situation. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? He didn't just say what I think he did, he wrote. I think he handled it quite well.
Yeah, but why would Eminem be offended if someone is using their music? It just means that this guy loves you so much. This
but
guy
it's
is
a political campaign.
It's a political campaign, but he is not the one that was playing the music there. I understand where he's coming from, but I think it's all uncalled for. It's not necessary. Look, Clenora, if you are, let's say, a Christian, and then at your Christian rally, you play a song by an artist who's not an atheist, who's not a Christian, must that artist really come and say, don't use my music? Maybe
he doesn't want to be associated with what his campaign stands for.
But the art is free for everyone. How many views does he not agree with from his fan base or from people who listen to his music? But he doesn't write them all letters to say, hey, don't use my music because I don't agree with this. It's not necessary. It's uncalled for.
But in this case, this guy is a political figure, is a person in public view. So the fan base is just, just any regular person who's not influencing mass people.
He is also just a regular person who is trying to influence
hustling.
He does not have the influence yet. So we can say he's also just a regular person who's hustling for influence,
but
like the rest of us are doing.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think he was just in a moment. It's a good song. Maybe he resonated with the song. But I don't think he was trying to campaign with his music. I think Eminem thinks that he is trying to use him to garner votes or garner a following from other people.
That's because you are using my popularity and my music.
I'm not using your I'm using your music. You are an artist. Your music is free, or maybe not free. I bought your song. So why can't I use it for whatever I want to use it for? No, Eminem is uncalled for. It's not necessary. But nonetheless, we move over to our next story. Steve Harvey and Marjorie Harvey have shut down rumors that the Family Feud host's wife cheated on him with their bodyguard and chef while speaking at the business event Invest First in Atlanta over the weekend. Steve Harvey pushed back against claims that Marjorie Harvey had multiple affairs and is now seeking a divorce settlement of $200 million. It's unclear how the cheating rumor, which have been spreading on social media, started, but the Harveys seem determined to end that rumor. Steve said, "I'm fine. Marjorie is fine." Harvey assured the crowd at Invest First, "I don't know what y'all are doing, but find something else to do, because I'm fine. Lord have mercy. Sometimes you want to respond, but I ain't got no time for rumors and gossip." He added, God has been so good to me. I'm still shining." Meanwhile, Marjorie Harvey took to Instagram to address online chatters, which has been rife with misogynistic commentary. The gossip mongers of social media have also been cracking jokes about Steve Harvey, author of Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. What men really think about love, relationships, intimacy, and commitment, and his reputation for dishing out relationship advice. My husband and I don't usually stop to address all the foolishness and lies that have been spread about us, Marjorie Harvey wrote on Instagram. However, to whom much is given, much is required. I understand that with my platform comes some sort of responsibility to those that are not comes with some sort of responsibility to those that are not as strong as I am.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the chat.
I saw this story trending over the weekend. The first time I read it, I felt like, really? He said she was found with, was it the bodyguard or the chef that he found her with? But then over the weekend, in the span of 2 days, this story kept on changing. There's so many variations to it.
Irregularities.
Yes, and I'm like, which is the truth and which is not? So that's when I was like, this looks like a rumor.
I'm glad that, they are coming back. They are coming online and saying, listen, my wife did not cheat and we are happy, we are good. Because I feel like oftentimes celebrities allow other people to control their narrative. Like I, for one, if I was to ever become famous, like if there is a rumor about me, trust and believe, I will address it then and there. I will clear the air then and there so that I sort of somewhat have control to my own story. You can't let people run and control the story of your life. And I think this is something celebrities need to improve or change. If we as journalists are saying, no, you did X and X and X, if it's not, there is no harm in clearing the air. There is no harm in saying, no, journalist X, you are wrong. That is not the case. The case is X and X and X. Set the record straight so that you know what the truth is, your fans know what the truth is, and let the people then decide what they are going to believe. As long as that's fine.
I used to think that you maybe need to take the high road, like how Beyonce handles any rumors. She just keeps quiet or whatever. I remember there was, with this new album that she released.
Like when people said she was Illuminati, do you know how many people think
like that? But she kept quiet and she kept getting her bag. She handled it very classy, but you have it with what you're saying. These are malicious, slanderous rumors.
These are perceptions of your life that will go on with people until their graves. And these are stories that these people will tell to their children and their children's children and their children's children. So it's a generation of falsehood on your brand. And that is what you want to be. That is what you want to live as your legacy.
I hear you.
That's not fair. And because you've worked so hard to build this amazing brand, just for someone to come and, make it what is not and make other people think it is what it is not. Why don't you come and say, listen, it's not A,
that's not the T. That's not the T.
Period. Yeah. And people won't believe you because you are the one who's being spoken about.
I hear that. And you know what I felt was unfair with these malicious and clearly untrue rumors? They brought up his past. Fine, he doesn't have the best past. He left his other wife for this current wife. There's some story around it, and he left his family, and he didn't speak to the boys with the other wife now for a while. So I'm paraphrasing here, so I don't know the nitty-gritty details. But they brought that stuff up, and I was just like, this is something that the family has moved on from, have healed, or we hope that they have healed, and now this is resurfacing unnecessary pain. Now moving on to our last story. Noah Lyles shades the NBA for using the term world champions and gets dragged by Kevin Durant, Drake, Draymond Green, and more. Now Sprinter Noah Lyles questioned why NBA champions are called world champs and immediately got dragged by almost the entire NBA payroll. During the World Athletics Championships, Noah Lyles put on an epic performance, taking the gold in the 100-meter, the 200-meter, the 4 by 100-meter relay. By all means, he is the definition of a superior athlete and the creme de la creme in his sport. Despite his accomplishments, you may not know him like you would LeBron James, Odell Beckham Jr., or Tiger Woods. Now, after winning his third gold, the track star used a post-race press conference and his biggest moment to shade the National Basketball Association. Despite some people seeing the track star's point, others include several NBA players thought his comments were distasteful, and they jumped into comment sections across the internet, frying him. Despite not being an athlete, Drake even got in on the responding to. Lyle using his big moment to shade the NBA is certainly a choice. However, in an era of cloud chasers and attention seekers, we shouldn't be surprised. Before the comments, he was an elite athlete who wasn't widely known, and afterwards has garnered more press and attention than simply winning would have ever done. He has a point.
He is right, though.
He is. Why are you guys called world champions? Because he was saying, I want to go compete against other countries.
So I'm
a
legitimate world champion.
Yes.
If you are competing against fellow countrymen,
yes,
that is not world.
I cannot say I've competed against Aina and Joshua, all Namibians, and I'm a world champion.
Look at it like this.
Yes.
Me and you are on TV in Namibia. We cannot say we are global sensations. You know what?
Exactly.
But we are sensations. Like me, I'm a sensation in Korea, for example.
Yes.
But now, I cannot go say I am a world superstar. No. You understand? So.
And then when I call you out on it, when you say you're a world superstar, I call you out and you come and drag me now. No. I think it's unfair. I think it's really, he had a point. He has a point. It's a bit arrogant as well to say, yeah, I'm a world champion while you're just competing against Aina from Namibia.
Yes.
Stop it.
It's true. I thought you were saying he was arrogant, but
no,
now
what they're saying, yes, it is a bit arrogant.
Okay, Deputy Minister of Disability Affairs recently spoke at a disability sensitizing workshop at Dagbreek. After the break.
Welkom jullie, mijn naam is Brian Munango en ik is jullie aanbieder voor Gooi Kolen. Dit is donderdagse sportstrip noem. Einde van hierdie programma zal ik en hoe om French te praten. Je m'appelle? Je bent?
Le Jean.
Je raar iets me
Is dit nou onderbroek?
Blijf geschakeld, we zien jullie weer vrijdag volgende week.
Gooi kool!
Gooi kool!
Of the Dagbreek School is very proactive, and one can see, you can feel, smell, and progress, and you can see how they are progressing on a daily basis. They call this Matthew effect, which means the more you have, the more you will be added unto. I'm sure that Dagbreek School Management reach out to other schools and institutions to bring them on board, but today I just want to officially call on Dagbreek staff, particularly their principal, Mr. Duplessis, to intentionally schedule capacity buildings with other schools, because what is happening with Dagbreek, we really think others could also emulate this example and also move like Dagbreek is moving. Because I have observed that you know how to knock on doors, and it is essential that others can learn from this good example and also make the necessary progress as Dagbreek. We have gathered here today to reflect on inclusivity, meaning access to equitable education for all. I once read a quote by an unknown author who said the following, and I quote, "Accessibility is being able to get in the building. Diversity is getting invited to the table. Inclusion is having a voice at the table. Belonging is having your voice heard at the table." End of quote. So my focus will not only be on inclusivity, but also to equitable education for all. Also on the importance of having your voice heard at the table. Inclusivity is defined as the practice or policy of providing equal access to opportunities and resources for people who might otherwise be excluded or marginalized, such as those having physical or intellectual disabilities or belonging to other minority groups. Globally, people with disabilities do not have equal access to opportunities and resources. In some countries, it became better over the years. Also, in our country, it has also become better, but we still have a long way to go. I believe that we have a voice at the table, and our voices are heard at the table. But we ourselves must make more intentional efforts to speak louder at the table. I took certain burning issues in the disability fraternity to the relevant authorities, such as the incentive for personal assistance of persons with disabilities. I can assure you that our Minister of Finance was very understanding, and I believe if the finances was available, it would have happened already. The political will is there to take care of the needs of persons with disabilities. To come back to the theme, the word equity in education means that personal or social circumstances such as gender, ethnic origin, or family background are not obstacles to achieving educational potential, and that all individuals reach at least a basic minimum level of skills. We are not talking only about access to schools for children with disabilities, but education that will make a real difference in their lives. Education that will make the persons with disabilities less vulnerable. Education that will give them a voice. Education that opens doors that otherwise would remain shut. The question is, how do we achieve this? When one studies Article 24 of the UN CRPD, the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, and Sustainable Development Goal 4, one gets a clear picture of what an inclusive education system at all levels should look like. One needs to translate theory into practice to understand the practical implementation of the words in these legal frameworks and at the hands of what I have observed at Dagbreek. I would say Dagbreek understands theory into practice. They have identified the skills that learners would need to survive in the world out there. I want to explain how equity to education is truly demonstrated here. In 2022, I have witnessed the inauguration of the Hall and multi-purpose resource center at Dagbreek. And in April 2023, I attended the inauguration ceremony of the gabions, fence and aquaponics. I can see the application of environmental friendly methods to make the school a truly green school. The horses that we see around here and the exposure of learners to them tells a story of care and diversity. As I said, it is commendable to see the variety of needs that are addressed and the variety of skills offered to the child.
Thank you so much for watching our show this morning. We'll see you again tomorrow, same time, same place. It's all our love, all our light, and adios.